guess we'll just have to wait and see. Sorry if you guys can hear the person cutting the grass. Not sure what's up with him.
ZL1, pedaling throttle. Hit the gas through the dash when the cops come. Supercharged with a rap that they flock to. No more words, you can race if you want to. Take off at the red light, leave the dust on them. Tail lights past the demon in the night on them. Real loud, no sneaking like a lion on them. Big roar when I let the gear slide on them.
What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to do a video explaining why you should clean your air filter, why you need to. If you got cars like ours, even if you got regular cars, it is never bad to occasionally just go ahead and just clean your air filter instead of having to replace it, your engine air filter that is. On our cars, whenever you have a cold air filter, it's really good to go ahead and give it a clean. There's some that you can wash, but most of them you can just kind of like either get like a vacuum and kind of like suck it, all the debris out, or you can kind of just like lightly tap it and get all that all the stuff in there, because you'd be surprised if you go in there right now and you haven't done it in a while, you'd be surprised at what all is in there. So if you got one, definitely go give it a shot. But in this video we're going to get into it and how I clean mine and what you should do on your Camaro. So let's get into it. So, I was trying to be nice to my neighbors, and my car is always pulled straight in. I tried to put it in neutral and just drive it out, or just push it out, but lighting kind of sucks today, so sorry neighbors, I had to turn the car on. I know y'all hate me, please forgive me. It is a holiday, so maybe they'll get over it. I'm going to swap to the GoPro head mount, because I think it'll look a lot better. It'll be a lot easier to show everything, so swap onto that and we'll get into the install video thing. Alright guys, head strap is on, we are ready to go, and as y'all know, I do have the aftermarket carbon cold air inductions elite carbon series cold air intake, so it will be a little bit different from your stock air box. On the 6th gen SS's, they do have quite a bit of Phillips head screws, and they're all on the top. You just take off all the screws and it just kind of lifts up and you'll have your air box right there, your little air filter. Take it out, shake it a few times, you'll be good to go. Cold air intakes will be a little bit different. They usually have this pattern. Some of them are in a box, some of them are like this one, some of them are not in a box. The ones that are not in a box are pretty much the easiest. They usually have like a band clamp like this one right here, or like that right there, and you can just take the filter out and do your thing. This one that's in a box is a little bit more complex. We got to take everything off. Usually the way I do it is I loosen these clamps right here, pull this out, and this has like little grommet things right here at the bottom where you pull that up, and then we should be able to take the air box out. I try to do this like every 1,500 miles to, at the longest occasion, 3,000 miles per oil change. I try to get my oil change every 3,000 miles. Sometimes it goes a little bit over by a few hundred, but primarily in that range is what I try to do, and I think some of y'all should do it, especially the way that I drive my car. That's the main reason why I have to do it like at 3,000 instead of waiting like a little bit longer. But that's just all personal preference. Like I said, you can do whatever you wish. All right, now since we got these clamps loose, we can now pull this air box out. And as y'all can see now, you can see that these screws are actually not holding in the air box. It's actually just holding in the filter. So that's why it's moving around like that. So all you have to do is just pull her out like that. And there she goes. We'll set that off to the side. All right, next up we can, let's see. One thing that I would be very careful of if you have a sound tube is try not to mess with it from back here, because when it falls out, it is such a pain to put back in. Like it is one of the worst things in the world. So if you're going to take this off, which we probably don't have to take it off, we can just take off these screws right here. It'll just be a little bit more difficult with the angle. And I'm gonna check to see if there's like any oil residue, just the slightest bit. not too much. See, this is where that catch can would come very big into play. I always try to give this a cleaning too. If you got like I said, any 6th gen Camaro really, I would definitely recommend giving this little bit of clean, and also your throttle body right here. See where all this like black gunk is right there? That's just a whole bunch of residue, so I actually got a towel for it. And there you go. Already way different. And you can see on the rag all that soot just in that little space. So imagine what's going into the car. All right, so now here is the air filter, which I hope it is picking up well on the camera, on the GoPro. Okay, there you go, yeah. So there you can see a few bugs right there, all gunked up in one spot. Just a whole lot of stuff. Like I said, you'd be surprised if you haven't done this ever, especially, or haven't done it in a while. You'd be surprised what you find in here. Like, it's kind of crazy. So we're going to give it a little wash. That is a bean in there, actually. We're gonna give it a little, not a wash, a little kind of like, I'll show you how I do. I just kind of like tap it out for these bugs. It's a little bit more difficult. Come over here where their grass is and try to get all these out. So y'all can see I'm kind of just gently tapping it against the ground, and y'all can see already two wasps, another bug, part of another insect, and one right there too. Some of these bigger ones you might just have to grab. I personally don't use a vacuum. It's kind of more difficult with these. Or at least the one I have, it doesn't fit into any of these very well. So this is, since I've had the car, this has been the easiest method for me personally. Here is all the big stuff that fell out of it, and there's a whole bunch of stuff here that the camera I know will not pick up, but a whole bunch of like little dirt and stuff like that, but big stuff like that, I'm telling you. All right, so there you go, way different, a lot cleaner. Definitely something nice to do. Here goes the hard part. Lining everything back up. There goes somebody in their damn grass again. Bro, can't you see I'm very busy making a damn video, bro? Perfect. All right, so now that all those screws are on, holding the air filter, we are ready to start assembly back to the airbox. So it is what it is. We'll always make it work. There we go, we just slot that back on. There we go. Just had to be a little bit aggressive with it. And see, since there's no grommet on this one, it kind of like, it's a little bit looser there, which explains this little bit of a gap here, but it'll be alright. So now we can, well, this just kind of lined itself up. Make sure that's all good and tight. Grab our little tool, wrench down on the thing, because that's what we do. It's tight. It's tight. That is good to go.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it.
One more thing that we can do while we're here is one thing that all of y'all should do. I know there's a lot of y'all that I know personally, actually, and I'm sure there's more of y'all that watch the channel too, that don't check your oil often at all. Every few 100 miles, maybe 1,000, check your oil, make sure it's good. You never know when it'll have a problem. I just want everybody's car to be healthy, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I make these videos. How to wash your wrapped car, how to take care of your ZL1, how to do stuff to your ZL1, how to afford a ZL1, stuff like that, man. I just want everybody to do well. I want everybody's cars to be nice, not broke. Even the people that I don't like or they don't like me, I hope their cars are perfectly fine. Like, everybody needs to do well. Y'all need to stop spreading hate. Like, it's tragic. And we are still at the top of the hashes, so we are perfect to go. We just got an oil change like about 710-ish miles ago, so obviously we're good. But while we're doing all this, it'd be kind of dumb to not check it, you know what I'm saying? Like, just might as well do everything. And also, while I'm here, I'm going to actually go ahead and clean up the engine bay because it is a little bit dirty, but I will not keep y'all. Perfect. Look at that. She's looking pristine though. Jeez. Even after all the work we did, she's looking mad good. But yeah, all right, so video is complete. Air intake is completely back on. Everything is tightened up. Everything is plugged back in. We didn't unplug the mass airflow because I didn't take this centerpiece out, or the sound tube, which is, a lot of y'all ask me why the car sounds the way it does in videos, like in the inside. This would be why. The cold air intake has the sound tube right here that starts right there, and you can kind of track it right there, and it goes all the way to the back, which you might be able to see. Yeah, right there. And it goes into the car, and it's got like a little kind of like a little amplifier so that it actually reverts the sound and makes it sound the way it does. And I personally love it. I'm glad the car had it whenever I got it. If you do want a cold air intake and you want it to sound just like this, make sure you get the option with the sound tube, because there's also an option to remove the sound tube or get it without the sound tube. So definitely, if you want it, get that. But like I said, that's going to do it for the video. Just a quick little kind of guide to it, especially if you have the same exact air intake as I do. Really easy. Stock airbox is the exact same way. Some of these K&N filters that I've seen, my old K&N on my SS, I actually used to be able to wash it in the sink. Just rinse it out with water, and then get a little bit of Dawn soap and kind of back and forth, just swoosh it around in the sink, and do that until it's clean. And I personally prefer that method a little bit better, because I feel like it did a lot more than just this. This one you can't put in the water. There's also some things that are like wet filters and dry filters. You have to do your research and see which one you have. Which the wet ones are usually, you spray like this little bottle on it every time you have to, every few thousand miles. It's probably like every oil change, kind of like this, to make sure that you preserve the air filter. This one is a dry one, thank God. I think it's a better method, but people have their preferences. But you just have to do your research, see what you can do, find out if you can get your filter wet or not. And if you can, then you can just grab you a little hose even, and just on a low setting, just rinse out all the dirt. Like I said, I know most K&Ns do. I don't really know of any other one that does, but if you do research and you find out that yours can do it, definitely recommend doing that. If not, this method is very effective. Like I said, really easy to do, and like I said, just preventative maintenance. It doesn't take that long, and it's really easy to do, and you can get a lot of stuff done while you're already under the hood. Simple things that will make a difference. Car will breathe better, obviously without all that dirt and bugs in it. It's going to breathe a lot better, so you might even see a little bit of a power increase. Nothing crazy, but you might just see little gains. But that's going to do it for the video. If you liked the video and it helped you out or anything, or if you know somebody that it could help out, make sure to send the video to them. Leave a like down below. Comment if you got any other questions. Comment if this helps you. Be sure to subscribe, turn those bell notifications on. I'll see you in the next one.
SS22, ZL1, sliding in a rainbow coupe. Saw your bitch, mouth drop, what it do? Worry about yourself, bitch.